starting off our beautiful week at Elk Lake, and I know you're going to notice we have a new face. We are going to introduce you to Kerri in just a minute.
We are?
Oh, we are.
All right.
Yep, we get to meet her, and also we have a phenomenal photographer on our show today.
He has taken spectacular pictures of this beautiful lake.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you a little about the history of this lake, the lodge, everything about it, and I get to introduce you to Kerri Stewart. Stick around. Hey everybody, we are here. We're at Elk Lake. This is a very impressive way to introduce you to Kerri Stewart,
the way the show
our
goes.
new co-host. And I've got to ask you first, where have you been? What have you been doing?
Ah, gosh, what have I not been doing? That would probably be a...
Don't leave anything out.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We need a timeline.
Well, back in '74.
Yeah.
So I was in television for about 10 years, and then I
Got smart.
Thought, well, I don't want to be in that box, so I bought a Dutch Bros. I was in that box for a while, and then I moved back out of television and moved over to Central Oregon because I love the quality of life and I love the lifestyle and the people, and this opportunity popped up, and here I am.
Then you just wanted to get back in the limelight.
Oh, I did.
So going from television to Dutch Brothers.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
It was one of those, I had this opportunity to franchise it. It was pretty hilarious. I was actually doing Dutch Bros on the weekend and TV on the weekdays, because at the time you had to work for Dutch Bros for 2 years in order to franchise it. So I was building my time on the side. And so I was doing television, and then when my contract was up, it was just about the time of my opening, and it was going to be a bit, I thought I could possibly juggle it, but I, had this reality when you're a business owner that that's not quite the case. You actually have to be there too.
All the time.
So I did that for 4 years, and then I moved over here. I sold it to my brother, who has about 10 Dutch Bros, and now I'm over here because I really just loved it. I loved the sunshine, and I loved coming over the mountain on the weekends and having the clouds open up and
they part, yeah.
And then the second you go back over the mountain, it's like that hunkers down and it's cold, and that's why I ended up over here, and now I'm sitting next to you two.
And what station did you work at?
Condolences.
In Eugene? Yeah, sorry about that. You're stuck with us now. You can't get out.
Yeah, I was at KZI. I was there for 4 years. I was the morning news anchor, and before that I was in Washington, D.C. and in Maryland. And so we had a good thing. I mean, kind of like I see this, there's a lot of good chemistry, and I think when you have a really good thing, we had a lot of laughs in the morning. We were not a typical news show. I think that's actually how Greg, who I'll point is right over there, our guy, found me, was seeing me on the morning show when we were streamed over here on the former KOHD. So when my station over in Eugene bought the station over here, and before they actually had their quote-unquote talent, they were streaming us over here in the morning. So we were all about, we did the serious news, but we laughed every morning hard, because the reality was we were up at 5 in the morning, and everybody else who was up with us, it was like, what are we doing up at 5 in the morning? The construction guys and the school teachers and the moms and the dads. And so we kind of felt like a really good family, and we had a great thing.
What do you like to do when you're not sitting on these director's chairs doing TV? Well,
this is going to be really odd for Bend, Oregon. We're an outdoor family.
Shocking.
Yeah. So we do a lot on the water. We do a lot of paddling, a lot of camping, a lot of cycling, fishing, you name it.
A lot of beer drinking?
Yeah, beer. We drink. I've been drinking this morning.
Good.
Before the show.
Good.
I haven't. But well, how can you not drink beer when you're in Bend, Oregon? Rocking the number 8 in the country for the best beer. So yeah, as everyone knows, this is such a cool area and such a cool lifestyle. And everybody who gravitates here, majority anyways, do it because of the lifestyle, including the beer. And one of the best places I've ever lived.
So being in TV, we all have our horrible blooper stories that we share with each other. John shared some with me, I've shared with him.
I already know.
Why don't you share with us one of your best ones?
Oh, besides the fact that I was on the Rachel Ray show for having the worst anchor hair in the country. Besides that one.
Ooh,
That's just
good.
cool.
Let me just
Who's
say-
Rachel Ray to
That's
judge?
not really a blooper.
She can't be judging.
Yeah.
That's a claim to fame.
Yeah. We had this whole bit called Hair Mail Friday. So because I got the first letter that I received at KZI, I thought it was like, oh, I got my first piece of fan letter.
They love me.
Oh yeah, so I open it up and it's literally a snail mail, handwritten cursive with flowers on
pencil?
it. Yeah. And she says that, I think you're great and wonderful, you just need to add a little curl to your hair. And so we all got a real big kick out of this. Fast forward to 2 months later when I hadn't changed my hair. And she got serious and so then sent another one, but it was like on an extended post-it note. And she said that my hair looked like a covered wagon in a rainstorm. So that wasn't very nice.
Come on.
So then there was this contest on Rachel Ray with all the ABC affiliates. Do you think your news anchor needs a hairdo redo? And because we had been doing this, it just took off like wildfire. And so we said, hey, if you think we do, and because we had such a really kind of a fun, endearing crowd, they went crazy. And not only did I have the most letters for this contest for Rachel Ray, I had the most letters in the history of the Rachel Ray show on my hair. Really? So they flew me out and gave me a makeover.
I was a close second.
Nice.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I think you beat me by about 3 letters.
Yes, so 3 hairs.
Probably a few more than that.
So that's my, I mean, I have piles of bloopers. We just kind of rolled.
Yeah.
We were one of those stations that when we had bloopers, we kept going versus pretend that it didn't happen. So when the cameras went sideways, we just leaned down into them like this and have fun with it. But that was kind of how we did television. So.
Well,
think
Kerri,
you'll
we
fit
are
in fine
really,
then.
we're really happy you're with us.
I'm happy to be here. I
Really
see
great.
really good, fun things with all of us.
Cool.
I really do.
Welcome.
So, thanks.
When we come back, we're going to see and hear and talk about the history of Elk Lake.